Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play. Here's 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. He'll get this out to his running back. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll look to throw. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. Slot man in motion left. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line.
In trouble. Down he goes. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Eagles.
He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. He's got it! And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On second down, they run the counter. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
Back to throw. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch and brings up first down. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 20 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Giants first down. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. More from MetLife Stadium after this.
On the jump.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal.
Here we go, set.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, New York. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. The extra point is good. And the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They put Wilson in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Second and 7. They'll stick with him again. Third down, 3 to go. Throwing now from the gun. He'll go right and find his running back.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
the 3. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal.
Say what you want about this group, Mike, but they certainly aren't scared. I mean, not only to go for it on 4th down, but the quarterback decides to throw that ball into double coverage and somehow still resulted in them being able to...
Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Ready up.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate. And that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
Here we go. Set. Go.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. The Giants sending out their punter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Third and 5.
Let's go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And no turnover here. Want the Cards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. On 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt. Velus Jones back deep. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third down and 9.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, Pioneer. Ready, ready?
Open man, right side. He's got it. It's a big play there on 3rd down, but there is a marker down, and that is not a good sign for the offense.
Sack. Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hut, hut.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Keely Ringo.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Giants have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They motion a receiver right. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And not a whole lot there. Up to about the 25. So, we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we get you down to Florida. Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Raptor, 18 Raptor. Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drop. This one taken in by Hyatt. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Buffalo 18. 70.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down. Giants.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Quick throw, taken in, and they'll take this down inside the 35.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Pass pulled in by Tracy.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Second and a yard. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he'll be taken down at about the 28, but move the chains. That's a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He has Hyatt complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Shot alert, shot alert. 70 range, 70 range. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got a man. That's complete. It's a gain of 19 in the air. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter.
Eagles 14.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Take go.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Giants. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They'll look to throw. We'll look underneath here for Tracy. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
And on third down, that ball incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Giants will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's to the right side and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Here we go, set.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. The rookie from Arkansas.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here's Kelly. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Go.
Running, Kelly. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Giants first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Here's 2nd and 6. A carry here for Tracy. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll run with Tracy. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 37-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
1st down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Back to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.